Okay, let's try this again. This time I'll actually remember to press record on the video. So today I'm going to make a video for a series I'm going to do on creating custom NeoLemmix levels for beginners. Sort of my idiot's guide, because I'm an idiot, so it might help other people too. I'm going to do things in a really random order, whatever I fancy doing, just because that's the way my brain works. So I apologise if these aren't necessarily going to come out in an order that's all that useful for you, but hopefully it will be. So today I'm actually going to start with creating a custom animation object. And this will be just an animation that has no real impact on the game in terms of it's purely for decoration. It's not a trap or anything like that. So first thing you need to do is have your image. Now I'm in the process of building a Six Nations themed Lemmings pack, which is rugby for those that don't follow the sport. It's a tournament that involves 6 countries: England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, France and Italy. So I'm making little flags to go on one of the levels in each section, so I need 6 different animations. I've done a few already, and what I did was I ripped a video from YouTube of just a flag waving, and I can't remember what software I used, but it basically takes a screenshot of each frame of the video, and then I need to compile it into an animation. Now if you go into the picture editor I'm using, so for this part of the purpose I'm using PaintShop Pro, which is a paid one and it's not that cheap, but you can do most of what I'm doing in a free one like paint.net. In fact, paint.net's a really good picture editor and it's completely free. You can make a donation to its creators because it's open source, but that's completely voluntary. I actually did because I think it's worth it. It's a really good editor. But excuse me. Now, as you can see, this picture is at 100%, and it is 900 times by 512 pixels, which is far too large for what I need. So the first thing I need to do, I've already resized most of them. This is the last one that I needed to do, which I just kept so I could show you. So I just need to resize that. I won't go into like how you do things like resizing, because I'm going to assume that you do know how to do some stuff on picture editors, but if not, I can always do another video at a later date. Now I'm making these all the same size because it'll make it a lot easier to do. So this is 35 by 20, and I realise some of those might actually be 34 by 20, but these ones are 35 by 20, so it doesn't really matter as long as they're all the same size. So just make that small, and then you can see that's what it would be at 100%, which looks really tiny, but it'll actually be an okay size in a Lemmings level. So we just need to save that. Okay, so alright. So now I just need to double check that I've got all those teeny tiny ones. Okay. Now why have these? So I'll just get rid of. Let's just rename these ones. Rename for. I'm just renaming these by numbers just so they're easier, so I know which order they go in. I only want 15 because it'll just make it easier at a later point. So. I will say one thing about doing stuff like this. It can be, tedious isn't the right word, but it's somewhat time consuming. But if you like that kind of sort of repetitive sort of thing, which I do, and I apologise for that noise you can hear in the background. I mean, the TV's on, but I've also got a guinea pig that's attacking its water bottle right now. So apologise if that's picking up on the video. If they realise I'm talking about them, or think if I rustle anything, they'll think it's food and they might start squeaking. So we'll try to avoid that. So I've got the 15 that I need, so I don't need the rest of these. So we'll just delete those. This is just how I like to do things, because I like to keep track of things in a certain way. How you do it's entirely up to you, obviously. Okay, so now I've got my basic thing. And then when you go into here, you'll see that I've also got a corresponding doofer that they'll go into. Image would be a more technical frame. But so I need the Italy one. So we're just going to open that up. Not by doing that, by right clicking. And then we'll open with Photoshop. I just need to resize that because when I originally created these, I did them at a different size. So this will be 35 across, and then it'll be, so I've got 20 images and the 15 images and the 20, so that'll be 300 length. Okay, we'll just save that. Now, the next part of the process you can do in PaintShop Pro or Paint.net, but it's a little bit fiddly, and I have to give thanks to this to the Tomato Watcher, because he actually switched me onto this, because he helped me out with an animation I did for something else and used an online thing, and this is PixelX, because on this, I'll show you, just need to open that big picture that I just did, the Italy flag long thin one. And the reason for that is because on here it's got an option which is arrange, and if you click on that, first I have to unlock the thing, and then you'll see when I get there. Now what I need to do is just add the images from the folder where I reduced all the size. Now unfortunately it doesn't let you add all the pictures at once, so you do have to add them one at a time, which is a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So just have to do this 15 times, so just bear with me. I mean, maybe there is a way to add all pictures at once, but I actually haven't figured that out yet. So if anyone does know, please feel free to comment and let me know. Especially when I'm talking at the same time and I lose track of where I'm up to. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This is so much fun and entertaining for you to watch, I'm sure. Okay. Alright, so we've added all those, so I just need to go back to the first one, which is here. What I need to do is move these all into order now so they all appear in the line. And the easiest way to do this is just by altering the top. Now the first one you want right in the very top left hand corner, so you start with 0. And now you might understand why I made things a particular height, and I did it as 20 because then I don't have to do maths. Well, not complicated maths anyway. So then we go to the next image, and that obviously I want to be below, so that will start. Okay, so apologies. I had a slight technical issue when I started recording the video, so it's in two parts. And there's a little bit cut out in the middle because I didn't realise that it was happening. So I just need to go back to, as you could see, I was in Pixlr, putting them together. And I finished that, as you can see. And I saved that and downloaded it. And put it into the relevant folder. So I'll just repeat what I did, which cut off in the video. Basically what I did was I put them into, I went through, and I'll just do it again actually because that'll probably just be easier, won't it? So let's just do a new level. No, I don't want to say it. So we'll just put a bunch of terrain on, and then we've got that. And objects, we just need to stick in a random entrance and exit. And then I need to find my custom thing, and I struggled to find it before because I really hate this little thing that shows you all the different styles, because I've got terrible up close eyesight now because I'm getting old. So hint Amida, if you fancy changing that and making it bigger and more user friendly, I'd be super grateful. I know it's not a priority, but it would be extra awesome. So I've got to try and find it now. So let's find it. Oh, come on. There we go, Six Nations. So we're going to object, and it was get object, and it was the Italy flag that I was working on. So we just get the little Italy flag, and then we stick it on there, and then we play level. And I apologise because I'm probably going to sing along to the music, but I realise it's only in my headphones, so you won't actually be able to hear it on the video. So let's go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So as you can see, it's not technically the greatest animation in the world, but it suits my purpose, and that's just my first video on the basic principle of how to create a custom animation. Ta-da!